Dear students, welcome to my lesson. Our lesson is linguodidactics, and today our lesson is about motivation. We know as a teacher that there is a great role in learning foreign languages, motivation, and motivation can help any teachers to improve their students' learning, to improve their engagement, their interest in education. So today we will discuss about motivation, its role in education, types of motivation. So let me introduce with a plan of our lesson. So we will introduce with motivation. I will try to give definition for motivation, and we'll discuss about types of motivation, and we'll discuss why motivation matters and theories of motivation. So firstly, let me give some brief information about motivation. Motivation is an internal process that initiates, guides, and sustains goal-directed behavior. In the context of education, it refers to the drive or willingness of students to engage in learning activities and achieve their academic goals. And in educational context, motivation influences why students learn, how they learn, and how much effort they put into their studies. It can come from both internal desires, we can say it's intrinsic motivation, and external influences, and we can say this extrinsic motivation. And so we know that there is, as in the beginning of our lesson I said, that there is a great role in improving our students' engagement, interest. The motivation can help them, and we know that motivation drives engagement and participation in the lesson. Motivated students are more likely to actively participate in lessons and discussions. Engagement leads to deeper understanding and better relation of information. And we know that motivation enhances academic performance. Higher motivation often translates into improved performance on assignments, tests, and projects. Students with strong motivation are more willing to put in the effort needed to excel. For example, if we motivate our students, they have got great willing to participate in different kind of projects, to participate in different kind of discussions maybe. So they have got their own willing to engage in the lesson. So that's why as a teacher we should always motivate our students. And we know that motivation fosters self-directed learning. Motivated learning take initiative in exploring topics beyond the classroom curriculum, and motivation encourages lifelong learning habits and intellectual curiosity. And we know that motivated students are better equipped to overcome challenges and setbacks. If they are motivated, they will have less challenges in doing different kind of tasks in the classroom and at home also, and they will try to participate actively in the lesson if they are motivated. And also motivation, if they have got motivation, they persist in the face of difficulties, enhancing their problem solving skills. So motivation can help to improve their problem solving skills, also their critical thinking skills. And motivation helps students set and achieve personal and academic goals. They will know how to set their own goals if they have got motivation in learning, motivation in education. And also motivation helps students achieve their own personal goals and their short-term goals. And they will know how to set their SMART goals also if they have got motivation in education, motivation in language learning. And also we know that motivation encourages collaboration, creativity, and mutual support among students. If they have got motivation, they will collaborate easily with each other. They will do different kind of teamworks together. They will do different kind of projects together. They will do different kind of discussions together. There will be debate in the classroom if they have got motivation, because they will try to improve their learning skills, their language skills, their communicative skills also through motivation. So that's why teachers always try to motivate their students in the classroom. They try to motivate their students while giving knowledge, while giving different kind of lessons. And also that we know that students should, teachers also, students should also, they should use CRAME strategy in learning also, in teaching also. For example, CRAME strategy, it means C means creativity. We know that teachers also, students also should be creative. They should create something new in the classroom. They should try to create something new, different kind of techniques maybe in the classroom, different kind of methods in the classroom, and they should be reflective teachers. They should reflect what they know. They should reflect to their students what they know, what they have learned, and they should be effective, they should be active, and also teachers should be motivated. They should motivate their students in learning foreign languages, in getting different kind of knowledge maybe. So that's why motivation encourages collaboration in the classroom. And now let me give some information about types of motivation. Firstly, we can say that there are main two types: intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation driven by internal factors such as personal interest, enjoyment, and intrinsic motivation, we can say it's just learning for the sake of curiosity, and it engages students in self-initiated. So, for example, if students, they have got intrinsic motivation, they learn by themselves. They have got their own interest in learning something maybe. They have got their internal factors, such they have got their personal interest, they have got enjoyment maybe. Extrinsic motivation driven by external rewards or pressures. For example, these kind of students, they need rewards and praises by the teachers. If they need motivation, teachers should praise them, teachers should reward them during the lesson, and actions are performed to gain rewards. And this kind of motivation is effective for short-term goals. We have got such students, for example, they have got personal interest, but sometimes they need special praises, they need special rewards by the teacher in order to motivate themselves to learn foreign languages maybe, to learn something new information maybe. So that's why this kind of motivation is called extrinsic motivation. And another types of motivation, we can say there are different types of motivation. For example, positive motivation. Teachers, they should give more and more positive motivation for their students. If they give more positive motivation, so they will try to attract their students to learn something new, to their lesson, to their classroom. And there are such type of motivation, this negative motivation. Sometimes teachers, they try to give negative motivation like punishment maybe. So some students, they need punishment for improve their motivation themselves maybe. So that's why sometimes teachers use negative motivation also. And another type of motivation, this achievement motivation. So some students, they like to achieve something new in their learning, in their education, in their classroom. So they like having achievement motivation by their teacher. And another type of motivation, this is social motivation, cognitive motivation, competence motivation, fear-based motivation, and growth motivation. There are different types of motivation, and we can say each type of motivation is important for different kind of students, because we know there are different kind of students in the classroom. For example, if there are 30 students in the classroom, they have got different personality, they have got different character, and they need different types of motivation in education, in learning languages. So that's why teachers use different types of motivation in education. And there are different factors influencing motivation in education. So first factors, we can say there are internal factors. Personal interests. For example, we can say students are more motivated when they find the subject engaging or relevant to their personal interests. Example, we can say a student passionate about technology will eagerly learn coding, for example. If the students are interested in any kind of subject, they will motivate themselves by their personal interests. And we can say this is internal factors. And external factors, for example, it can be teachers' influence. Teachers play a crucial role in fostering motivation through encouragement, clear instruction, and enthusiasm. For example, we can say if teachers give clear instruction during the lesson, if they give encouragement to their students, and through this way also they can motivate their students for learning something new information or for learning languages. For example, a supportive teacher can inspire students to overcome academic struggles. Some students can have different kind of challenges, difficulties in learning foreign language maybe, and in this case, if the teacher is supportive, they can inspire their students to learn something new or to overcome their challenges in learning foreign languages. And another factors, we can say environment. For example, a positive, safe, and inclusive learning environment boosts motivation. For example, collaborative group activities encourage peer learning and engagement. So that's why we know that most teachers, they use different kind of collaborative activities, like for example teamwork activities, group work activities, discussions, debates, and through this way they can improve their students' communicative skills also, and through this way they can improve their motivation also, because we know some students, they like working together, they like working within the groups, and within the groups they can improve their learning. So through this way also teachers can improve their students' motivation. And another factors we can say this parental support. Active involvement and encouragement from parents can strengthen a child's motivation. And we know that parental support is also very important for children's education, their study. At home also there should be motivation, there should be support by their parents, and through this way they can improve their motivation to learn something new, to learn new languages maybe. And for example, parents praising efforts rather than outcomes builds intrinsic motivation. And parents also can improve their intrinsic motivation in education. And another factors we can say task-related factors. For example, relevance of contents. Students are more motivated when they see practical applications of what they are learning. For example, teaching math through real-world examples makes it more engaging. We know that students, most students, they can be kinesthetic learners, they can be tactile learners, and they learn something new by seeing, by touching, by doing, by acting, and through this way also we can improve their motivation. If we just show them this kind of real applications or practical applications, so through this way also we can improve our students' motivation. And another factors we can say cultural and societal influence. Cultural attitudes toward education can influence motivation. For example, societies valuing education instill a sense of its importance in students. For example, we can say cultural, different kind of cross-cultural activities, different kind of cultural attitudes also can improve our students' motivation in education. And classroom strategies to enhance motivation. Different teachers use different kind of strategies in order to improve their students' motivation. And during our lesson, so today we will discuss some of them. For example, in order to foster a positive classroom environment, teachers should create a welcoming and inclusive atmosphere where students feel safe and respected. Teachers should create such very safe atmosphere in the classroom, and students should feel themselves safe in the classroom. And in this case also we can improve our students' motivation. And in the classroom, teachers should try to improve English atmosphere. For example, if they are language teachers, if they teach English, they should create English atmosphere in the classroom. Before coming to the classroom, maybe students, before entering the classroom, when they enter the classroom, teachers should prepare something new for their students. For example, they should create English atmosphere in the classroom. Or it can be English song, maybe, for example. While entering the classroom, if students just listen to different kind of English songs, maybe, if there is just shown different kind of English videos on the monitor, maybe, and through this way also we can improve our students' motivation to learn English language, to learn the language also. So that's why, and another way, for example, teachers can use different kind of warm-up activities. At the beginning of the lesson, if teachers use warm-up activities, through this way also they can just create English atmosphere in the classroom, and through this way they can improve their students' motivation to learn the language, to learn information, to improve their knowledge and to improve their language skills. And teachers should celebrate diversity and encourage collaboration. They should encourage their students to work collaboratively together in the classroom. They should give them different kind of group work tasks, teamwork tasks. They should divide the whole classroom into small groups. Within the small groups, they should work together. So teachers should be facilitator in the classroom. We know that there are different kind of teaching styles. It can be authority teaching style, facilitator teaching style, demonstrator teaching style, and most teachers in practical lessons, They should be facilitator. They should facilitate their students to learn the language, to improve their motivation, to improve their language skills. And teachers should teach their students to set clear goals and expectations. Teachers should provide clear learning objectives at the start of each lesson, and they should help their students set achievable and measurable personal goals. All teachers should teach their students to set clear, SMART goals. SMART goals, it means that their goals, for example, SMART, this is just acronym. S means specific, M means measurable, just achievable. The goal should be achievable, and the goal should be real time, and the goal should be just, and at the end of their goal, they should be time. For example, they should put deadline for achieving these kind of goals. And through this way, students will learn how to set SMART goals, how to achieve their goals. And through this way also they can improve their motivation. If they set clear, SMART goals, they will try to achieve their goals in short period, not a long period, but in short period. And through this way also they can improve their motivation, and in short period they can learn foreign language. So that's why we can say that teachers, all teachers should teach their students to set clear, SMART goals. And teachers should use varied teaching methods in the lesson. We know that teaching is not very just easy for teachers. Just teaching is just we can say it is very interesting process for teachers, and we can say it's somehow challenging process, because in the classroom, teachers should engage their students. They should motivate their students. They should attract their students. And in order to attract their students, in order to draw their attention to the lesson, they should use different kind of teaching methods. And there are special English language teaching methods in foreign languages. For example, it can be grammar translation method, it can be direct method, it can be communicative language teaching method, total physical response method, or it can be silent method. But in each lesson, they should use different kind of methods, not the same method in each lesson. Different methods, different techniques, different technologies in different lessons. And teachers should incorporate diverse instructional strategies. For example, in one lesson they can use discussions, in another lesson they can use different kind of handouts, maybe different kind of activities, maybe, or different kind of multimedia tools, maybe. And through this way also they can improve their students' motivation, and they can improve their students' interest, their engagement. And teachers should adapt teaching styles to address different learning preferences, and through this way also they can improve their students' motivation. And another strategies, we can say teachers should provide constructive feedback. They should try to give more and more constructive feedback for their students. The feedback should be more constructive, and it should be more positive. It shouldn't be negative. If we give different kind of, if we give more negative feedback for our students, so it can be demotivation for our students also. And teachers should offer specific, timely, and encouraging feedback, and they should focus on effort and improvement rather than just outcomes. While giving feedback, teachers should focus on effort and improvement. They should give specific and different kind of ideas in their feedback, and this feedback should help the students to improve their knowledge. And through this way also we can improve our students' motivation. And teachers should give, as for example, they should encourage their students' intrinsic motivation. They should show the relevance of learning materials to real-world scenarios, and they should incorporate activities that connect with students' personal interests and their engagement. And teachers also they should use rewards effectively. If we give more and more reward and praise, especially for young learners, you know that young learners, kids, they are keen on having different kind of rewards and praises by their teachers. And through this way also we can improve our students' motivation. Teachers should offer rewards such as prizes, certificates, or extra privileges sparingly to support extrinsic motivation. And teachers should avoid overusing rewards to ensure students remain. For example, just adults also, they like having different kind of certificates, they like giving different kind of praises by the teacher, and through this way we can enhance our students' motivation. And there are different kind of strategies of overcoming demotivation in the classroom. We know that if there is demotivation in the classroom, it can be somehow just boring for our students also. We can lose our students their interest in learning foreign languages. And in order to overcome demotivation in the classroom, teachers should identify and address the root causes of demotivation. And the causes of demotivation can be lack of interest, fear or failure. Just we can say some students, they have got such kind of fear of failure. They will be afraid of failing maybe in the lesson, in the examination maybe, or they haven't got any kind of interest maybe, or they just have different kind of irrelevance maybe, or perceived irrelevance. This kind of also can be just somehow cause for demotivation in the classroom maybe. And also teachers should set achievable goals. If they haven't got short-term goals, if they haven't got clear expectations, if they haven't got different kind of milestones maybe, different kind of goals maybe, or expectations for the future, it can be also somehow demotivation in the classroom for the students also. And if there is no choice in learning, if there is no self-reflection in students, this is also demotivation. In order to overcome this kind of demotivation in the classroom, teachers should encourage their students be autonomy, be independently. For example, if they are depend on the teachers, so always in this case, for example, if they have no any choice in learning, if they have no self-reflection, if they have no interest, so it can be demotivation, and there can be just very less progress in learning foreign languages. In order to improve their language skills, they should improve their motivation, and they should improve their self-reflection. And also teachers, in order to have more safe space, in order to support the relationship together with teacher and students, in order to have peer support, teachers should create a positive, inclusive classroom environment. In positive classroom environment, they should be peer support. For example, students, they should support each other, they should work together, they should collaborate together, and teachers should make learning engaging and relevant. They should relate content to real life applications. So they should give different kind of real life examples in the lesson. And through this way also they can improve motivation in the classroom. And they should use more and more different kind of interactive activities in the classroom. Through this way, for example, if they use interactive activities, students will engage very actively in the lesson. They will participate actively in the lesson. They will work together. They will improve their communicative skills. And in the lesson, teachers should use variety in teaching methods. They should use different kind of methods. And teachers should offer rewards and recognition. They should give rewards. They should give different kind of certificates. They should give public recognition in the classroom. And if they offer rewards and recognition in the classroom, so students also, through this way also, they can improve their students' motivation in the classroom, in education. And there are some challenges in sustaining motivation in education. For example, lack of clear goals. If students they haven't got any clear goals, it can be also demotivation. It can be challenge in improving their motivation. Without specific achievable goals, students may lose focus and direction, impact, and we can say it somehow leads to confusion, disengagement, and reduces effort. If there is no any kind of specific goals, it can be somehow reduce effort in learning foreign language. And for solution, we can say teachers should encourage goal setting and provide milestones for tracking progress. They should encourage their students to set clear goals for their future, for their this kind of learning period. And another challenge, we can say, this monotony in learning. For example, repetitive teaching methods or uninteresting content can result in boredom. if teachers use the same method in every lesson, the same activities in every lesson, students can be bored from the lesson, and the students may feel disengaged and demotivated. So in order to solve this problem, we can say teachers should introduce variety in teaching methods such as interactive activities, multimedia, and real-world applications and examples. And another challenges, we can say, this overwhelming workload. For example, excessive assignments and tasks can lead to stress and burnout. Some teachers, they give more and more tasks for their students as a home task, and through this way also we can just demotivate our students in education, and as a result students may feel defeated or incapable of coping. And as a solution, we can say teachers should balance the workload by prioritizing quality over quantity and providing adequate breaks in the lesson, in the classroom. And another challenge, we can say, fear of failure. Some students, they are afraid of failure, and high expectations or constant fear of underperformance can discourage effort. Some students, they are very shy in the lesson, and they have got fear of having public speaking skills in front of their classroom, just classmates maybe, or in front of their friends maybe. And through this way also we can demotivate our students. So students may avoid challenges to escape potential failure. And as a solution, we can say teachers should promote a growth mindset by emphasizing effort, learning from mistakes, and celebrating improvement. Sometimes students can they cannot speak in front of their friends. They have got such fear that they can make mistakes while speaking maybe, and they have got such kind of fear of making mistakes in front of their students maybe. So that's why teachers should say their students that they shouldn't be afraid of making mistakes in front of others, because from mistakes we can improve our language skills. Students should be aware of this kind of things also. And another challenges, we can say these are external pressures. For example, family, societal, or peer expectations can create undue stress, and students may feel motivated by fear rather than genuine interest, or leading to burnout. And as a solution, we can say teachers should encourage intrinsic motivation by focusing on personal growth. And another challenge, we can say this lack of relevance. When students perceive the content as irrelevant to their lives or future, they lose interest, and reduced engagement and intrinsic motivation can be somehow demotivation for students. And as a solution, we can say teachers should highlight the practical applications of what they are learning and connect it to their interests. And another challenge, we can say this lack of autonomy. Some students, they have no autonomy, they are not independent, they are dependent on teachers maybe, or they are dependent on their friends, they are dependent on their parents maybe. And we can say lack of autonomy also can be challenged in sustaining motivation in education. When students have no control over their learning, they may feel powerless and disengaged, and it can be diminished motivation and lack of initiative. And as a solution, we can say teachers should involve students in decision making and provide choices in assignments or projects. And another challenge, we can say this inadequate support. For example, students struggling academically or emotionally may feel unsupported, and it leads to feeling of isolation and decline in motivation. And as a solution, teachers should build strong teacher-student relationship and offer emotional and academic support. Teachers should support their students. Teachers should build relationship with their students. There should be rapport with the teacher and students in the classroom, and through this way also they can improve their students' motivation for education, for learning foreign languages. And I can say this is the end of my lesson, and I think that everything is clear. And as a teacher, we should know that motivation plays a great role in education, in learning foreign languages, and every students, they need motivation in the lesson, in the classroom, and also there should be parental support at the home also. At home, parents should support their children. They should support their children for setting clear goals for their future, and they should motivate their children to learn something new. And teachers also in the classroom, they should motivate their students for improving their knowledge, for improving their language skills. Thank you very much for your attention. See you next lesson. Goodbye.